Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio. Sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Elvivo seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. I am Allison Kinney. Now let's take a look at what's making agricultural news. Earlier this week, the Argentine government announced it would waive taxes on its soybean exports, resulting in a purchase of 35 vessels of soybeans by China. Yesterday, the U.S. government announced it will extend a $20 billion aid package to the Argentine government and potentially make a purchase of the country's foreign bonds. The timing of this news is particularly troubling as farmers begin to harvest a crop that may have nowhere to go. In response, Ohio Soybean Association president and Williams County soybean farmer Rusty Goebel issued the following statement. It's hard for Ohio soybean farmers to swallow that just a day after Argentina maneuvered to supplement our market share in China, the Trump administration announced it will share taxpayer money in Argentina to prop up its failing economy. Our farm economy is in a dire position because of tariffs and lack of a deal with our largest trading partner. We need the administration to focus on what matters in the heartland, restoring the market that so many farmers' livelihoods depend upon. Simply put, China is the top buyer of U.S. soybeans by a wide margin. During the 2023-24 marketing year, the U.S. exported nearly 25 million metric tons, 919 million bushels of soybeans to China, while a mere 4.9 million metric tons, 180 million bushels of U.S. soybeans were exported to the European Union, the second largest buyer of U.S. soybeans. To make up for the lost demand from China, the U.S. will need to find the equivalent of 5 European unions. Now let's check in with our weekly update from the Ohio Soybean Council and your checkoff dollars at work.
Joining me today is Bryn Bishop, and Bryn is a student at Wilmington College. Bryn, we want to talk about an upcoming event, the Night for Young Professionals, on Wednesday, October the 1st. You are one of the student committee members. How'd the idea come up, or what made you guys decide that this is something you wanted to do at Wilmington College?
So this is actually the third year Wilmington College is hosting it, and it wouldn't be possible without the Ohio Soybean Council and Ohio soybean farmers. And we kind of wanted to bring it to Wilmington because Ohio State had it going on and they still do. So we wanted to bring it to ag students and for them to be able to get a headshot, a resume review, and connect with industry professionals at Wilmington.
That sounds great. Well, I know the theme is plant, pitch, and prosper. Can you tell me a little bit more about the idea behind that?
So the idea about it this year is plant, your introduction, perfecting your elevator speeches and basically your own campaign, and then pitching your own story during interviews or just in general, an overview, and then prosper with new opportunities. So this would just give students a little bit of background of what we're doing this year, since we're doing a few things differently this year.
My guest again today has been Bryn Bishop. She is one of the student committee members. Bryn, thanks so much and best of luck on October 1st.
Thank you.
And today's update brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and your soybean checkoff.
Also making the headlines today, last week, Ag Secretary Brooke Rawlings and USDA Undersecretary for Trade and Foreign Agricultural Affairs Luke Lindenberg announced a new 3-point plan to support American agriculture, producers, and exporters. The plan was announced during remarks at the annual meeting of the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture. The first of 3 points is the American First Trade Promotional Program. USDA will kickstart the trade promotion program in fiscal year 2026. The second is a new model of trade missions that supplements the current model. The third point is an effort to revitalize export finance opportunities by reducing financial risk to lenders with credit guarantees to encourage exporters to buy in countries that have sufficient financial strength to have foreign exchange available for scheduled payments. Advancing these programs as supplements to our existing programs ensures the health, prosperity, and security of rural America and our farmers, ranchers, and producers, Lindenberg said. Something else to note from the headlines, the U.S. Wheat Associates welcomed the announcement of a new collaboration between Bioceres Crop Solutions and the Colorado Wheat Research Foundation. This joint effort aims to develop and prepare HB4 wheat for eventful commercialization in the United States. We recognize the opportunities this advancement in breeding technology will bring the U.S. wheat production and look forward to seeing how the trait performs in U.S. developed varieties, said President and CEO of U.S. Wheat. wheat. He also said the continued open conversations as HB4 wheat enters the wheat breeding pipeline ensure that customers know their concerns are being heard and that the U.S. wheat store remains open to meet their desired preferences for wheat purchases. Now let's take a look at the closing markets on this Tuesday. Brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Learn more online at seedconsultants.com. December corn closing in today up 1.5 at 4.25 3/4. March corn up 1 1/4 at 4.42 1/4. November soybeans up 3 1/4 at 10.12 1/4. January soybeans up 2 3/4 at 10.31 1/4. December wheat up 7.5 at 5.27. March wheat up 7 even at 5.45. October live cattle down $2 at 232.05. October lean hogs up 67 cents at 110, and October feeder cattle are down $5.57 at 354.05. You're listening to the Ohio AgNet.